Do I teach people how to create content? I said, no, because I don't even know how to create it. Somebody can teach me. I said, I just get on there and be myself. That's the content. I don't know. I don't know. Hell, somebody need to teach me. Hell, y'all see, I had to learn how to work the dang iPad while I was learning to work this, and still ain't figured it out. To me, hell, I can't even create my own. Shoot, I don't even know. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. Every day I'll be like, Lord, you're gonna have to help me. And yes, I took my lashes out because my eyes was irritated, and I need to get some more. Yeah, I just made me some chicken with Nettie's Necessity seasoning. Thank you, Nettie's Necessities. If I look a little Asian, it is because of the seasoning that I put on my chicken. Good morning, Auntie. It's in the seasonings. Mhm. Thank you, Nettie's Necessities. I appreciate you. Mhm. Good morning. Our family made some wonderful things. You just wouldn't even believe it. All the wonderful things that come out of this community. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Why is this not? Damn it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. I'm like, why is this spinning? I just want this to be pointed towards my feet. Okay. So, going forward, who learned something this week? Who learned something this week? Anybody? Did anyone learn anything this week? Tell me what you learned this week in class. Y'all, some of y'all been in school a year. Some of y'all 6 months. Some of y'all a year and a half. Doing good. Yep, still crying. He was reading Esther and was about to watch 300 in regards to Xerxes. Good job. You're doing your research. My little one said, oh my God, it's circle on. I almost crying. Oh, hi, Steve. Get your TT. Not the baby saying it's circle on. Maybe that's when they know they can get into stuff because y'all paid attention to it. So the little kids, they be like, is TT circle on? All right, you go get the chips. I'm going to get the juice, and we're going to go because mom's going to be in there for a long time. Dad's going to go to the store, so you go get the chips, and I'll go get the juice. I know if it is TT circle. Yep, we got a good 2 hours. We love her. She keeps mom and dad off her back for a good 2 hours. I got y'all babies. I know they be getting on y'all damn nerves. Hollering and screaming because they mad. I know. Me not being a giver freely. Ooh, yeah, he think he's slick. Ah! Yep. They know. When I come on, y'all be worried about that now. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, I need to grab this real quick. Just Lord take care of them. So who was really let's talk about that. Him downstairs eating milk and cookies. Him downstairs. That is eating milk and cookies. He was hilarious. He was. So let me ask you a question. No, honestly. Is it a different thing from what you've been taught that religion and relationship with God is what you get here on TikTok and YouTube, where you wouldn't even expect to get something like that? Because they swear TikTok is just horrible. It's all in how you use it. That's anything you got. Auntie, can I tell y'all something? I think I blocked the man. I don't know if I did or not, but I think I did block him. The man that basically called me fat and asked me, was I pregnant? Y'all remember him a couple weeks ago? If he's still here, it was offensive, even though you don't agree. Do y'all remember the 62-year-old man that asked me, was I pregnant? He felt comfortable enough to ask me what was going on in my uterus. I don't understand how people think that's okay, but whatever. So moving on. I've been thinking about that, and I said, you know what, Circa, you have with the audacity, exactly. You have gained a little bit of weight, and I didn't want to get on the scale because I was like, I just don't do scales. You know, scales don't mean nothing to me. I don't really care. As long as I can fit my clothes, I don't really care. You know what y'all did to me? CERCA TROVA community sending me all them snacks and stuff. Auntie, I got my Mother's Day popcorn right on the side of the bed. Y'all know what y'all did? This is why I can't show y'all the cute little shorts. Because when I got them, I was a medium. When we start putting them together. Well, since then, y'all, Auntie, when I started this, I was about 117, 18 pounds. Do you know I am almost 150? 148 pounds. 9 months pregnant with all of my kids, I didn't weigh 148 pounds. The most I ever weighed 9 months pregnant was 141.7 pounds. 7 pounds over all of my 9 month pregnancy weights. What did y'all do to me? I can't fit none of my clothes. Thanks. I said, well, Mr. Circus definitely gonna need ego. Pleasantly listen. The potential to be plump, sir. I'm just gonna tell you, whoever you, especially fooling with this family. Queen. Uh-huh. Your Nettie's necessities. Uh-huh. That salt. The seasoning salt on my chicken this morning is why I'm about to go in there and find Auntie K Brownie that's gonna have me going to look for some waffles and stuff. See, this is the problem. It's a never-ending cycle of going in the kitchen. Y'all gotta think I'm short. So I'm entering pre-diabetic weight for myself. I gotta get down a little bit. Seriously. I do pay attention to that stuff though. Cause your heart pumps harder, and I'm older now. I have to take care of myself. So I'm gonna have to limit the amount of snacks that I eat in a week. I said, well, they love me a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all how I know y'all love me a lot. Because when I love people, I feed them. Like food is a love language, Naisha. It is. Food is definitely my love language. One of my main love languages is food. And so I just want to tell y'all that y'all have outpoured y'all love on me for 18 months and it shows. We gonna move on. I just want y'all to say that. So anybody else asks, is I'm pregnant? No. The CERCA TROVA community helped me gain an extra 30 pounds in 18 months. 2 pounds a month, I'll say. Something looking about like that. Right, fatten up real nice, right. I don't plan on sacrificing me or nothing, do ya? To bail or nothing like all of these other people out here. Is that what y'all trying to do? Y'all can tell me now. Yes, for that, you better be watching my back. They done already took me up to the mountains where the animals and stuff is at and the mystical beings. I don't know. I might need to. Me and grandma might. I don't know. I'm watching y'all here. Uh-uh. All right. All right. See, you got my back over here on YouTube. Because listen, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Yeah, I'll start to act like an abusive lover. You know how they want to fat you up so don't nobody want you. They feel like don't nobody want you. They, yeah, eat. Uh-huh, eat this. You want some cake, baby? You want some potatoes? I done grilled. You want some food? You want another hot dog? And before you know it, you didn't pick that. And they like, oh, baby, you look just fine. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing here. Mm. Men will never admit that they do it, but they do. Well, my son just said, yeah. Listen here. They will never admit it. Men, y'all gonna tell the truth? I stop sitting popcorn every month. Thank you, Auntie, because honey, believe I was gonna smash. I listen, it got so bad, especially in the winter months. I would just get a bowl and I would open up all the popcorn and I would just get a handful out of each. And I would sit there and I would color and I just try all the popcorn and the different flavors mixed together with the chocolate and the white chocolate and then the butter and all the other flavors, the matcha, the strawberry, the s'mores. I would just have it all in there together. The jalapeno and buffalo mixes sitting right next to the cheese because buffalo and cheese go well together. So then I would do that, and then I'd have the kettle corn right on the side because you're always going to eat something sweet after savory, and then there'd be a little chocolate there because you need a little something to wash that down. Like, yeah, well, having Auntie K's Kool-Aid on the side. And probably one of her dang brownies, the Oreo cookie with the caramel on the top. After being rubbed out, they sit here with the oils that y'all done spoiled me, and I'm so grateful. I just want to say this has been a whirlwind experience for me. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all have showed me, yes, Auntie, I do. We family for real. We is even though we never met. Who feels like we got family here at WOIU? Garrett's popcorn is the best. That's all she's seeing. That's all. Look. Uh oh. Look here. This what was in here? I don't know what was in here because now I use it as a. These things is all over my house. I use them. Auntie. I use them. So these are stores. The two under on my cart got pins in them. Listen, hair ties. Oh yeah, these are everywhere, and they different ones. So I reuse these. I don't throw these away. These I use. I use them, and I don't throw them away. Even the small ones, I use them to keep my little buddies in and stuff like that because they keep solid and stuff. So I use all of them. Mm-hmm. Sure do. I keep all of them. In a minute, it's gonna be trinkets going in them stored up, put in the closet. You never had Garrett's popcorn? Oh my God. I think you could order online, right, Auntie? You can get a monthly subscription. Girl, they got so much stuff. Naisha, if you don't go on Garrett's popcorn.com, I'm thinking, I don't know. I can store rice, flour, and beans in there. You are so correct. Mm-hmm. That's a good deal. I wonder if I can store my cheese in there. It's dark and cool. I'm about to work on my cheese. I sliced up some little ones because it's only me, so I'm only going to do a little bit. I'm not going to do big blocks because it's only me, so I'm going to do about 1 or 2 inch squares of my cheddar and all of that kind of stuff just to start getting ready to dip it. I got to give me some cheesecloth today. That's what I'm going to do. Go get me some cheesecloth because I thought I had paper towels and I didn't. It is what it is. It's only me, so I'll go get some cheesecloth. And here we go. Hey, Q. You got sugar and flour in your empty ones now. Good shot. Yeah, all the uses. See, I've got a lot of y'all send me a lot of trinkets. And then I already have a lot of trinkets. So I'm going to have to start putting the trinkets. I think the only popcorn I had. Oh, She didn't send me every kind. I have so many different. Well, I don't anymore because I ate most of it. But I've tried. I've sampled so many different popcorns. It's amazing. All right. So back to what you learned. And those reading Ezra, because we about to get some more Ezra, because I think Ezra is an eye opener. Or if we don't read Ezra, we're going to read another apocalypse, because I think the apocalypses are super, super amazing. Who was happy to know that Solomon wrote a letter to this creepy dude from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and that Solomon, our Solomon from the Bible, is actually the Lord of the Rings? Who knew? How does that make you feel knowing that? I think it's a. I think it's a. Wait a minute. Do I want to do that or do I want to do this? We might do a little of this and a little of that. Let's do this. Do you guys who's already read Joseph and Asenath, the whole story? Or do you guys want to read it again? Because I think it's a really good story. We can read it or we can read some more Ezra. Do y'all want to be nervous or do you what you want? I'm gonna give y'all a choice today. I ain't gonna chop into you too hard. Y'all want Joseph and Asenath or do you guys want um okay, it's a good story. Okay. All right. 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 Hey fellas. Yeah. Let me stop. Do y'all know it is a whole party in my head all day? From the time even while I'm asleep. Because I show just hey y'all. Oh, you think you got it? You got it. Like literally I just heard all of that in my mind. Okay. Alrighty then. Now I need you to go to book 2, page 202. Please and thank you. You're going to need your OTP book 2, page 202. I probably should make coffee, but I'm going to wait because we're probably going to talk. I try to wait 30 minutes because it's Sunday. Folks that went out and they barely waking up. And then they going to come in and say they late. So 30 minutes is our new waiting period. That gives you time. If you catching me to get up, go pee. Get your book, get your coffee, get your little pop tart, whatever you're gonna do. If you need to go outside and handle your business or whatever, wherever you get yourself together and get your books. So don't rush. You can go get you some coffee or whatever you're doing. I don't know. I be trying to give people time. Because I need some coffee. 30 minutes, I think, is a good wait time, right? Because don't it seem like in about 30 minutes, we always get a flux of other people that come in. I don't know if y'all be sharing a live or what be going on. But it seems at about 30 to 45 minutes is when everybody actually starts coming in. Yeah. Am I tripping? I'll be thinking and feel like that. Okay. So that's why I'll just be kind of talking for the first 30 minutes. I'm realizing so that I don't have to keep repeating where we at, where we at, where we at. I just been waiting at 30, 45 and we shoot the and then we get on into it. That way, when people coming in, they like, what page? Y'all can tell them because y'all already know. So I don't have to keep saying it. I appreciate y'all for being such um uh just great students in here. Y'all help, y'all participate in class, y'all make sure y'all keep people informed, the new people, and we gonna work on some of y'all still adding people because y'all don't think I see it, but I've learned the best way is to ignore it. And then when y'all see me take a deep breath, just know I'm about to light into them. But I don't need no help. I don't want y'all adding people. Just leave it. Okay? Very studious, yes. Let me ask y'all a question. Whoever thought outside of real college, if you could say that, because I feel like we're a real college, we're working on all of that. Who thought you would study this much? Even in just what you watch. I'm sure now what you used to watch prior to coming to the CERCA TROVA community is completely different from your playlist now. Who? Anybody? Don't lie either. Tell the truth now, because God can see. You ain't got to lie on here. But is your watch list different, like on TV now, like on Netflix, compared to what you used to have before you came here? Or no, or whatever Netflix, whatever HBO, whatever streaming service or whatever. Yeah. Mm. I thought I'd be studying different things, not the Bible or mythology. Wow, a whole master's degree, and this is the best studying ever. Oh, okay, Roger. Like there was a little kids. Come on with it. I told y'all. That now that makes me happy. But everybody, because I know y'all can't help but study now. Even when y'all watch TV, you study and you like, damn it, Circa. I can't even watch regular TV now without thinking about what I done read in one of my books and who this really is and what. Now when it say AD 56, you might grab your phone and be trying to not let people know that you researching while you, because you can't just watch it. You let me see if this is real. No, they real. Yep, I had it. Okay, so sorry y'all. See a symbol, you on Google like. It's one of them character symbols. I thought I saw that in that magic book. Y'all can't. I already know. I've always studied, but I study more now. I'm watching a lot of things. So differently I'm watching. Let's see. Let's see. I'm watching with more confidence because I know it's real, right? Ain't it crazy how they just put everything in our face? 1,000 years of longing. All right, I'm gonna look at it. Sci-fi insight in the playlist. Okay, isn't it? Yep, I just stay looking up stuff from Supernatural. Oh, Supernatural is full of so much stuff people don't even realize is real. Listen, I was watching Supernatural because I was watching Supernatural, but I went back and while I was watching Supernatural, I was watching Game of Thrones as well and Harry Potter. Okay, I was watching all three of these shows. Oh, and The Magicians. So it was Game of Thrones, The Magicians, Supernatural, and all the Harry Potter series. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I said, oh, okay, I see how they doing this right here. Literally, y'all. When I saw that big old man on Game of Thrones smashing people, I said, well, they're going to Nephilim right there. And y'all seen him. He had on the same clothes they had on. Y'all remember? I don't know if he a wildling? I think he was a wildling, the big one. And then Hodor, Huldor or Dar. And there they say he got hurt or whatever. He was saying hold the door, but there's actually a giant named Hodor. Did y'all know? A Celtic, I think he's a Celtic or Norse giant named Hodor. And y'all see he was bigger than everybody else. Who really? Auntie? Supernatural? Auntie, go on OfferUp and see if somebody got the actual DVDs, Auntie. The DVDs is probably gonna be cheaper. Maybe you can find them at a pawn shop or on OfferUp. Talking about Game of Thrones, or are you talking about Supernatural? Which one? Good morning. I'm about to go make me some coffee. Come on, Auntie. That part. Don't forget Half Price Bookstore. They be having them too. And they get served all over the United States. And it's free to get it delivered there. Sorry, I had to tell my auntie a secret. Mm-hmm. Don't be in our business. I was trying to tell my auntie a secret. Okay, so who saw that the Philadelphia bridge collapsed? Anybody? So is this real or fake news? The way into New York. Mm, all right. Now this is not a. Okay, I'm just gonna say, did we not talk about them doing exactly what happened during COVID, and you might not be able to get out of your city, or they're gonna make it very difficult? Who remembers? I said, listen, we're gonna have to stay in our house. We might not be able to travel from state to state. This is why I told my children, y'all gotta get y'all stuff up. And everybody, I told y'all, tell y'all family because they might not be able to get to you. I literally drove down on 95 from Jersey to get home to Florida this week. And then it just happened, what, this one overnight? We just talked about this. We just talked about being in the house. We just talked about being in the house. Y'all, these don't seem like attacks of war to y'all. The same coast that our enemies were on, both of those coasts are smoky and you can't see nothing. Then the area into that, which is like our main financial districts and whatnot, a lot of our stuff goes to New York. We know ports and whatnot. A lot of international business happens in New York as well. My niece was just in New York beforehand this morning. Now she's back in PA. So please get everything you need if you can't leave your state and you can't. Remember the dream I told you my cousin had a month ago? And she said she was trying to get out of her neighborhood and in the dream she couldn't. And then she went to the Walmart to get food because God told her she wasn't prepared. And there was a long line of people because they had put a booth in the like driveway of the Walmart. Excuse me. And if you didn't have the QR code, you couldn't get in the Walmart to get groceries. So she turned away and went back home. But she was like, it was complete chaos everywhere she went. And she had to end up going behind her house down the creek. She was like, I don't even know how I did that because whatever. She was like, but in the dream, I woke up and I was back in the backyard. She was like, but it wasn't even like ways out of the neighborhood. And I said, that's a sign. But I've been talking to y'all about not even being able to leave your house and making sure that you have every single thing you need in your house. It's a real thing. Please do not wait. Okay? They're showing us what's happening. They're showing us how they're going. I told you it's going to be something on the East Coast, something on the West Coast, something down south. Now, I just saw today, so Antoinette, I think you tagged me in it. Now they talking about the worst hurricane season ever, and for you people, Sarah and so forth, that are in the coastal cities and down by like the Gulf, they said y'all might have 2 days to prepare. Might, which means it could be 24 to 48 hours or less. Your CB radio and portable DVD came. Okay. Okay, so remember I said it's going to be something east, west, and south, right? So the smoke and the fires is east and west. And now the hurricane season is south. I wonder if it's going to be light out up in the Michigan area and all of that, that whole top of the United States, because east, west, south, north, it's always going to happen like that. So for the last week, it was, oh God, the fires. There is the whole top of the and this side and that side, and people are posting videos and they're in high rises and they can't see and this whole thing. Okay, and so now, right after that's kind of clearing up, it is hurricane season for the whole Gulf, and they said you might not even have two days to get prepared. So people of the CERCA TROVA community that are in the Gulf Coast states, that whole area, please get your solar panels, get your go bags, get your canned food and put it up high or whatever you need to do. Get your butane stove so that you can cook. Get all of your stuff and put it above wherever. I don't know how the whole hurricane thing works. It's like, yeah. Auntie, baby girl, we talked about it. Some of the classes that we talked about last year around this time, I was telling y'all strategy. Well, it was one of the classes when we talked about strategy. And you have to understand war strategy. And then once you understand word strategy, you see certain things, and you're like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Right? That's how it works. But if you don't study war strategy, then it just seems all random. And this is why I be telling y'all, it's a lot of information. Armageddon, the war to end our wars. These words stir up images of inevitable conflict, the final focus on the dark side of human nature. You see this? Ultimate catharsis that ushers in an age of peace. Right? But this is about Armageddon, the war scroll. You see it? Who? You reading that right now? Pretty good, isn't it? It's long. Yeah, I see I got my notes and whatnot. I read this. But there's a lot of stuff that's already written down. The recruitment and the age of the soldiers, the ministry of the priests and the Levites, the description of the maneuvers of the battle divisions. For Armageddon? Yes, I watched The Exorcist and pause and look at all the symbols. I'm telling you. It'd be so much information around. But because we don't go looking for it, we don't find it. Or because we let people tell us it's not important, we don't look for it. So I'm going to go make me some coffee. We right in about 30 minutes. I'll be back in about 3.5 minutes. And we are going to be on page 202 of book 2. And yes, some of you we read it, but we're going to go back over Joseph and Asenath. I think it's a good story. And that he has done a good job. I'll be right back, y'all. Make me some coffee real quick. Keep on hitting my toe. Okay, sorry, y'all. Ooh, I've been drinking a lot of water because I can tell I had got a little dehydrated. Okay, y'all ready? Oh man. Who feels happy to be a part of the people that know these things before they're going to happen, and at least you have some things prepared so you're not caught off guard like most Americans trying to have a cute refrigerator instead of a stocked cabinet of shelf-stable food, instead of trying to buy all the best of the best. You know for a fact that if your babies, if y'all can't leave, y'all could at least eat one meal a day, everybody in the house. They don't have to be in the dark. Y'all went and got y'all portable DVD players, have been on the hunt for DVDs, they don't have to be without entertainment. You've been buying games. You've been buying paints and crayons and coloring books and word puzzles and all sorts of things so that when the entertainment that we've gotten used to blinding our eyes from what is really going on goes away, don't let nobody lose their mind. I hope you guys have been practicing the 15 minutes of silence with the babies. No, we're not going to move. We're just going to sit here in the quiet. Nobody's going to say anything. We're going to have a staring contest. Start out with 2 minutes because there might come a time when the enemy is in our, like how America go the other way, it might be people over here. And they might not be able to make all the noise that they want to or be in the window or run to the door because it could cost them their life. So we now have got to start training our babies. Y'all, I promise y'all, this is so spooky. I ain't even gonna front with y'all. I just had a whole moment, and I keep saying this, but it just takes me back to when I was 20 or 21 years old, watching Left Behind, and seeing TD Jakes on that thing, and he's warning the people about what was coming, and then it happened. And even though that's a movie, like I never in a million years thought that I would actually be doing that in real life. Like that was the movie, but this is not a movie. This is real life. Like I'm real life doing what TD Jakes did in freaking Left Behind. And my son, y'all heard him say it. He used to tell me all the time, Mom, we gonna be a part of the tribulation for us. And I used to be like, boy, whatever. And look, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Sometimes every day we will talk about stuff and then it's on the news. God, he gets us aware 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a day before stuff happens. And then y'all can't tell me y'all don't freak out that every time we come here, we be just talking about random stuff and then it be worldwide news, y'all. Yes, my girls used to be everywhere. Now I can't tell if they in the house or not. Come on, pumpkin. Come on. People don't understand that is going to be so. They didn't. What's the movie where the kids couldn't talk? They didn't show y'all that for nothing. But you had to walk and can't. Listen, Bird Box, thank you. I would not care what nobody think about how I dress, what I'm driving. The most important thing is knowing that if you have to be locked in, now COVID caught people off guard and they kind of, this time the EBS said if the military tell you to stay in, you better do it. Ding, 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 ding. They said have enough food for a month. You remember they told us to have enough food for 2 weeks, and then it wasn't no food, and then they couldn't get no trucks in because people were sick and wasn't nobody and the food was riding. And then, yeah, y'all remember? It was a trial room. get your stuff. Stop buying stuff you don't need. And make sure that those you love have gas masks, water filtration, warm wool blankets just in case there's no electricity or no gas. Find other ways to cook food without bringing a whole bunch of smoke to your house just in case food is scarce, which means you need to get a propane tank, a butane stove, something. They got solar ovens now where you can set it in the sun and put it at a certain place and you can put a whole cast iron on and fried chicken and everything. You're gonna need other alternatives. Listen, I get it. I get it. I get it. This is the thing. There are resources right now. Has anybody called about the $5,400 grant that everybody say is putting money in their pocket? Did anybody check on it? Because a lot of times that stuff be real and it just goes back into the government. But $5,400 from whatever this little thing, they send you the check. If that's the deal, even if it's $3,500 for your state, those are those subsidies that the young lady was talking about earlier in the year when we were still doing Zooms. Okay, they on here on TikTok. Nobody ever go really search that stuff out, but a lot of times that be real grants. Yes, it be real. A lot of times it do be real. Those grants are real things, but people will be like, oh, it's a scam. Well, we never check to go see. That's just like when they send you the thing for the class action lawsuit. You never sent it in, and it could have been $1,000 for you because you thought it was going to be $1. Well, it was a $700 check, but because you never checked to see, okay, look up $5,400 subsidies. I think they're like a health subsidy or something. You can type it in on TikTok. That's where I seen it at. I know they had them. Okay, so if that one is a scam, all you gotta do is look it up in your state because there's a young lady. Do y'all remember when we did the Zoom and it was that same thing? She was saying that they would pay your rent. The state has subsidies. Yes, where they have to help you get groceries and all of this different stuff. So they're real. Maybe that part of it is a scam, but you check in your state on whatever your state thing is. The $5,400 subsidy, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So that's what I'm saying. Like these be real subsidies, but Americans think everything is a scam, so they don't even check to see. But the young lady worked for the housing department, and she said, "Oh no, it's called something," and people were getting their mortgages paid. Plus, they sent somebody in our thing. I think they paid $24,000 on their mortgage or $40,000 on their mortgage. They was behind or something like that or something. People was getting $4, $5, $6, $7,000 of their rent paid. Your job helps the elderly if they have Medicare groceries, right? And it's like that same thing. So check in your state because if they sending out subsidies, $2,500 could buy you a lot. Hi, baby. Don't tell people your name. Auntie gonna call you Kiki, okay? Miss Jackson. Okay? These babies be sneaking on their parents' phone. Hi, baby. We're gonna call you Kiki and not Kinsley, okay? Because there's a whole bunch of crazy people out here, all right? We got Cece and Kiki that snuck on their mama's tablet simple. These kids be like, what is TT CERCA talking about? How? Woo. Yes, my state gave me $4,500 towards my rent. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody gave her $4,500 gave them $4,500 toward their rent. There we go. So you gotta think, if they pay $4,500, then that's a month's worth of what you would have had to spend in bills or whatever. You don't have to now. You can put that money towards your stuff. It's stuff out there. You just got to go looking for it. Put your pride to the side because if you can get $6,000, $7,000 worth of help right now, and then you do have your own little money, well, hey, this is time out for, oh, honey, I don't need, you better be trying to get everything you can. Anything that comes free that you don't have to steal or lie to get, you better get it. Especially if it's available to you, why wouldn't you take advantage of it? That not a real source that they don't advertise it. Come on now. I know, because a young lady helped so many. She gave us that, and it was people all over the country that was emailing me like, "Oh my God, CERCA, it was real. The government, I went and they gave me this on my mortgage. There was one for rent, and there was one, but it also gave you like moving truck money. They would pay your down payment to enter your next thing. So it's a lot of stuff that people didn't even know about. That through that class, a lot of people got help. So, I mean, it's stuff out there. The government puts these subsidies out and these, different awards and stuff like that for people, but the people that know and they pay attention, they go get it. And it don't be the people y'all normally think. It be the main people that's riding real good and doing all this other stuff that make you feel like you nothing. They'll be getting all the benefits because they know where to go. Money towards utilities too. See? So yeah, get up and get looking. Yes, Cassie paid up to 6 months of your rent and lights. Come on. So you got to think, if they pay 6 months of your rent and 6 months of your lights, that's a lot of money for you to put away for the next 5 months. Like if you take all of what you would normally spend on that minus your tithes and whatever gas and go buy your stuff, you should be good in 6 months. If you don't have to pay no rent and no utilities for 6 months, whatever your rent and stuff is, you should be. You get to, okay. Well, this is my thing. There are food pantries, especially if you're elderly or disabled or have that will deliver canned goods, rice, beans, things like that. The USDA website, I believe the agricultural website, shows you different places where you can get fresh vegetables. They got fruit stands have a thing where you go on and they got apps where you can get like 20 pounds of vegetables for like $15 or 40 pounds of vegetables at these local fruit stands. And then they give you dollars back to come back, through their little system. So there's a number of ways that you can do this. And this is stuff you can look up through, what is it? It's the USDA agricultural something website. Fruit stands, yep, they accept EBT and they give you money back towards more fruits and more vegetables. So it's stuff you can do. I mean, if you don't buy all of this stuff you see it on TikTok and actually use it wisely, oh yeah, you can have more than enough. Because you got to think, if churches and stuff are still getting subsidies to hand out those boxes, and a lot of times they have to throw that stuff away because not enough people come and get it. Well, that's a lot of canned goods. Green beans, peas, carrots, canned fruit, peanut butter, powdered milk a lot of times, pasta, beans, rice. It'd be all that stuff in there. And then sometimes they give you 30 to 40 pounds. Now, not all of the vegetables are the freshest, but if you dehydrate and if you can save it, you can process it, dehydrate it, and put it up for later. It says also download the to-go app. They sell surplus meals and groceries from your local grocery store. Okay. So there's a number of things that you can do to substitute or to subsidize what you're missing. But you're going to have to put your pride to the side and get out there and look and call 211 or 711 or whatever the number is in your city. Because you could keep your pride and not go looking. And then when all this stuff happens, you'll think all I had to do was make a phone call. Or all I had to do was get online and fill out this simple thing. And me and my babies could have been in a better situation. You've been going to the food banks every Monday. And it adds up, don't it, Miss Lady? It adds up. See, people too good to do certain stuff now, but baby, you ain't gonna care when you looking in your baby's hungry eyes and you knew the reason they can't eat is because your pride was in the way. I would feel like a messed up parent to know that my babies are gonna starve or could possibly be very malnourished because I didn't want nobody to see me. You said you have barrels of food now. Come on now. Food is food, especially when it ain't nothing in the store. You make something out of nothing. See, right now you don't have to eat like that, but we have never lived. I mean, COVID was a taste of it. Save money to buy other supplies. Yes, ma'am. You gotta be wise with the little ones. My kids, schools are giving them food boxes for the summer. Come on, and I'll be stocking all that stuff up. That part. Heading to Aldi in just a minute. I'm telling you. In DC, they have fresh food produce. They get $40 each one for veggies from June to October. Come on, that's what. See, see, fresh veggies for $40 from June to October. How many pounds? What is it, like 40 pounds? It's like $1 a pound or something like that. There's a lot of different things that you could do. You see what I'm saying? There is a lot of different things that you can do. And right now, the time in the effort to actually go and seek out these programs and find out what you need to do can make you not have to be outside when the chaos hit. You're not going to have to go nowhere because you're prepared. Kids 5 and under still get wet. Do they? I didn't know, but I be, because they got cans of tuna. Girl, it's been so long since I was like, my baby about to be 20, so you know it's been a minute with it. I don't mean, I'm probably, you know, it's been a long time. Anyway, you hear that? You got babies under 5, you better go on and get you a WIC appointment and go on and get your stuff. I got WIC and my baby ain't even here yet. Come on. Listen, all of this is going to make a difference. Because now that you know you can get them big blocks of cheese and go get you some wax, instead of letting it get hard in the refrigerator, them big old 3, 4, 6 pounds of cheese they be handing out of the cheddar, and that you can now go get you some wax off of Amazon, cut that up into whatever things, and dip it and save for you later. Because they give you what, 3, 4 pounds of cheese a month or something like that? Okay, well, if you already get, I've been going to the food pantry every third Tuesdays and stuff. Been a student here. I have so many canned goods. I can't even get through. And listen, Auntie, now that I found out that they don't go bad, I was getting ready to throw all them I got a whole big thing. Now that I know that they don't go bad, that just the taste goes down, but they're still okay to eat. Bet I'm not throwing no canned goods away. I promise I'm not. I was getting ready to, because they like a year past the date. I just read it and then opened up some canned chicken tuna just to see. And guess what? Fire. It didn't taste no different. I said, oh, they been getting us. Yep. You dip the cheese in it. It's like Baby Bell. You know how you go and you see the little really bitty round mozzarellas or whatever cheese, cheddar, and it's in that little red wax that you have to peel off? You're doing the exact same thing for a fraction of the cost. You do it yourself. You wax it so that it will last, and it lasts up to 25 years. No, not in the places that we talking about, T. Because I was married and we still was able to go get all of this stuff I'm telling you about. Now I didn't get no stamps or nothing, but you can still pull up to a church and go right through that line, honey. And then they got other places. Call 211. Yeah, it don't matter. No, I was just married and divorced. No, there's a lot of help you can still get, married and all. Just gotta tell the truth. Yeah, married people struggle too. My kids still talking about stop going. No, yeah, and so they gotta come over there and ask for some cans, Auntie. Because you know what you're doing, because you already know who coming to your house. Community Compass app for pantries in your area. Community Compass app for pantries in your area. Thank you. I don't know. Y'all know they've been blocking me forever and ever and ever and ever. Y'all just listen. If you don't get them here, you got to go to YouTube. I mean, that's the only other thing I can say. You have to subscribe to YouTube because you know whenever I'm gonna be on there, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be on your Instagram. So, you can look. It depends on your area. They say normally in a cardboard box. A cardboard box in a cool place where it's not too hot. So, but it stays for 25 years. So that's what I need. So when they ain't no cheese in the store, And I wouldn't say do whole blocks. Do it so that if you're going to be rationing it out, you know, your family do a lot of cheese bread or whatever. You got to think if you got yeast, you can make some herb bread every day, even though there's nothing in the store. Open up your, you know, one little square, grate a couple pieces on each person's thing, because things might be scarce, but at least you can have some cheese herb bread, right? You know, off the cabinet, like out of the cabinet, because if there's no refrigeration, you want to be able. So what we're doing is getting cabinet stable foods. So if they hit our grid or whatever goes on, and we, you know, everybody's stocking these freezers, absolutely not. Because if you've not seen when the natural disasters hit, the freezers don't work, so all your food spoils. So you need cabinet steady and stable foods, pastas, dried fruits and vegetables, things that last a long time without any refrigeration, canned foods, you know, that type thing, freeze dried stuff. Well, maybe you were denied for everything because you needed it right now. Try again. I mean, it's all on what you think it's going to be. I'll tell you that. If you believe that God can move it around for you, He will. I'm telling y'all what I've lived. That's all I know. I can't tell y'all nothing else. Every single thing that I've needed, I don't care when they say no, God say yes, He go open the door. You just got to believe that He can do it. If all they got to do is say no one time and you won't go back, then how bad do you really want it? I just heard Tupac in my mind. Hey, happy you. That's what I heard in my mind. You got to go research, honey. If you want to know how to wax cheese, here you go. Get your notepad and go to YouTube. It's going to tell you. Google, because that's how we learned. That way you can look up different methods. This is a seeking and finding place. We drop the seed, you grow it. Anything you learn here, we just dropping a seed. We don't spoon feed information. And that's not being mean. We want you to go searching because our society is so used to micro minute, just give me the answer. I don't have to wait. I don't know where to go look. That if something happened, we all gonna be screwed. So we foster here seeking and finding and journaling and writing so that you can know where to look for yourself. If I tell you the answer, then you ain't gonna do no work. But if you learn it yourself, it's gonna be more valuable. Who thinks so now? I know when y'all walk past y'all stuff, y'all, I say this all the time because I do it. So I know we all family, we act just alike, most of us, okay? So you walk past your stuff like, look at all my little, yeah, well, baby, I mean, we ain't where we could be, but we sure ain't like the, we good. Yep, we sure do. Yeah, babe, I'm so happy you came on and came on. Because see, look how much stuff we got now. We put our stuff together. Got our, girl, we got wait a little to a buddy that just now. You said you got what? Oh, that's real good. You said you pay how much for them? For the walkie talkies? And the kitchen? Well, I'm just happy you getting. You said what I paid for it. Oh, girl, I don't know. I bought that last year. How much we pay for our tent? Baby, how much we pay for that tent? $129 because it was on you said it's $347. The same one the Coleman 8-person babe with the thing. They want $347 for it right now. Ooh, I'm so happy I got my stuff last year while the world wasn't ending. You said you had to pay $750 for. Really? No, that water thing we got, baby. How much we paid for that last year? 120. Yeah, we only paid 127 for it. They didn't raise it up to 450. Ooh, shoot. So what you gonna do? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Girl, I know. I wish you would have started earlier too. Yep. You remember I was saying that last year though. Remember I told you everybody was calling me crazy on Facebook and stuff? I'm live right now.
Hey, live. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
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 Let me see my. Excuse me. Told y'all kids don't never go away. Even when they grown and got their own kid. Where's my granddaughter? Hi, Sugama. Hey, Moo.
Look,
Hey, Sugama. She don't care. She's watching her show.
Frozen is on. You know how she feel about Frozen.
I'm gonna throw that Olaf at us. Bye.
Bye.
That'll make them pay attention. Yes, I be calling her Emu because when she gets excited, she squeals. And her mama said, Emu, how do you call that? I said, well, she squeals like an emu. So it's fitting. And she loves Frozen. You cannot get her to blink her eyes when anything Frozen is on. Her mama got her an Olaf and she instantly started to bite the nose, but she didn't do it until she knew the part was coming on where the moose bit the carrot nose. How when you ain't even one, I don't even know, but whatever. So you acting out movies now. Okay. You ain't even one and you know to bite the carrot nose on this Olaf right before the moose does it. I just be tripping. These kids watch her. She the one I told y'all we was watching a movie. She was 7 months or 8 months old, and she kept looking at me and looking at my iPad because I had it turned upright, and so it was just this, and the black was at the top and the bottom. And she looked at me. I had this iPad for a year almost. She looked at me and looked at the iPad and looked at me like, "Hell, for you don't know." It hit her fingers and pinched it big. I said, I didn't know you could do it. I ain't gonna lie. I did not know. Every time my iPad part of that was up, it was on that small scale. I did not know you could pinch it and make it bigger. And my 7-month-old granddaughter, like, not that she looking at me like, that's why you wear glasses, grandma. Like, and opened it up. I said, and she looked at me like, now we can watch it. And went on back, snuggled on in. It was ready. I said, when her mama, I said, did you know that she knew how? She said, yeah. She said, if you don't fix this and open it up so we can watch it, what is you doing, lady? 7 months old. I'm 43. You know how to show me how to work my. You can't even talk or walk. I don't even know if she was crawling at that time. I'm like, what in the world? Listen, these kids is different. And I guess she considered a COVID kid. So she was born in that whole, conceived in that whole 21. Thank you so much. Good morning. Them COVID babies do. Y'all got some COVID babies. They're a little different. Thank you. I appreciate you. They are different. They are a different breed of human. They're like super people. Come out talking, flipping people off, rolling their eyes, sitting up, trying to crawl in 3 days. Like, we used to wait like a month or two for the baby to open their eyes, like really be open and know what they was looking at. And now these babies come out, dang near cussing you out. What kind of mess is this? Opening doors and they only one? Like, what is you doing? Yeah, my nephew was real different. Listen, they a different kind of kid. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Uh-uh. Yeah, I done seen it. Do I believe in reincarnation? Yes, but not the way y'all do. We're going to get a heavenly body, but you ain't coming back to earth. In another person's body, then how would you be judged? If you've been 17 people, that means you're going to have to go through judgment 17 times. It's only one book you got. You're going to be reincarnated into your eternal body, which is the one that's going to hell or the one that's going to heaven. Neither one of them dies. And they said, like, if you go to hell, it's like Groundhog's Day. You just get to keep replaying all your, like, faults. Everything from birth until now that was horrible. That was okay. God, how he gonna hold you responsible? If you was this person this time and this person this time and this person, that doesn't make any sense. You and you alone are going to be judged for your actions. He said he made all the souls, so why would there need to be a pool of souls if he was just going to recycle them? There would be no need. He could make however many and just keep recycling those, but it's souls that haven't even made it or never made it. Whether he made them or not, they were still created because it was a possibility. Y'all do realize that for every egg and every possibility of person that there could be, there was a soul made for it, just in case you guys met, right? That's why you have so many eggs. God could have made a soul for me to mate with every male in this generation that I'm living in. Do you understand that? Not just the ones you see. The possibility of there's a soul for every man that he would however many women, there's already, because you don't know what he know what egg gonna come down, but you don't. He already did the mathematic calculations. Even the aborted babies, their souls, like they already had it. So you got to think about how many of those babies go away every year. Those souls were counted in the numbers in the pool of souls. Miscarriages, the whole nine. They were created the same day that we were. Yeah. The mathematic equations are crazy. He knows if I were to have a baby with every race of man or whatever you want to call every ethnic group of men, he already knows what each individual egg in my uterus and each individual sperm, no matter how many, he already knows the calculations to those people. So if I went to every continent and got pregnant by a man of a different ethnic group, he knows. Hold on, I think these are some voice for this trash, y'all. Hold on, baby. Here I come, okay? know them babies come take my trash out, but I haven't got all of it together, so there's that. Ooh. And they come at a time, like, it seems like whenever I'm waiting on them to come, they don't show up. Always when I'm in the middle of something, I'm in my bathroom with my headphones on, can't hear. And I don't hear that doorbell either because I have my beats on or my headphones on, so it's the club in there. I ain't heard nothing. And then I go and look and, oh, shoot, they came to get the trash. Hold on one second. Hold on, pause this live. Give me 1 minute, y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to send in this cash. Let me get some water and then we gonna read, y'all. It makes me happy though, because our little kids know, like, if I work, I can get some change. Sometimes I have a lot, sometimes I have a little bit. Ooh, excuse me. They got snack money if nothing else. And that little money add up. I don't know if they got, saving to get some shoes, something, $30 a month, that add up quick. And sometimes when y'all send me a lot of stuff, I forget I don't have a car, so to walk all that stuff to the dumpster, so the little kids come in handy. Entrepreneurship is something I definitely encourage. All right, y'all ready? We about to bust this out, and then I'm gonna go get in my bed. We've been on here a whole hour and 15 minutes and ain't did nothing. No, we didn't. We put out some community resources, didn't we? We did. We got some people some community resources. We did something this morning. Outreach church. That was our church outreach this morning. Amen. Amen. Ain't that what y'all used to hearing? That's your stuff. That's right. Yep. But we actually, but we do be helping people find resources and stuff. So that makes me excited. One thing about y'all gonna volunteer all the information. And that's good. Because when you selfish, it don't be nothing for you. Really, swing man. Right? But when you open your hand up and you bless people, whether it be information, God blesses you for giving people information too. You help somebody get on their journey and get to where they're going, God, He bless you for everything, really. It's a win-win. A win. All right, let's bust this down. Come on, y'all. We on page 202. Y'all ready? We only gonna read a little bit of it because I do want to go get in my bed. I just want to see what y'all was doing, but we can get this. All right. Really? So we gonna skip around because some of y'all done read the beginning of this, and I really wanted to thank you so much. Okay. So we're gonna read 202 and 203, and then we probably gonna skip, okay? All right. So it says, and it happened in the first year of the 7 years of plenty. Write down 7 years of plenty. 7 years of plenty. Yeah, we have book 2, pumpkin. 7 years of plenty. Remember that. In the second month, on the 5th of the month, so they told us the date and time. And I tell y'all time and date every time you journal, because this ain't nothing but journals. What happened to the people? Okay? Pharaoh sent out Joseph to drive around the whole land of Egypt. And Joseph came in the 4th month of the first year. And on the 18th of the month, into the territory of Heliopolis, and was gathering the grain of that region like the sand of the sea. And there was a man in that city, a satrap of Pharaoh. And this man was a chief of all the satraps and the noblemen of Pharaoh. And this man was exceedingly rich and prudent and gentle. And he was a counselor of Pharaoh, because he was understanding beyond all the noblemen of Pharaoh. And the name of that man was Pentephres, priest of Heliopolis. Please write down Heliopolis. My Bible is from Heliopolis. The Bible I have over there actually came from Heliopolis. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just makes me feel connected to the space. It makes me feel connected to the space, y'all. That's not it. It's this one. This is the one my friend sent me when she was living in Egypt. So y'all see it? It was actually printed in Heliopolis, Egypt, which is pretty cool. The Bible Society of Egypt. Y'all see it? Right there. Pretty darn cool. You see? So this is cool because it actually came from well, that's where she got it, Heliopolis, Egypt, which is pretty cool. Right? It makes me really excited. So then I feel connected to this. Yes, readings by Crete. Listen. She said, you suggest a thrift store for books, and my mom has found so many books that are a good $500 online. So I said, value ain't always in the place where they say it is. You got to go value. Listen. I'll be trying to tell y'all. For $2, $3, $4, $5, it'd be worth it. You could have an $80 book, $100, $200 book. You just spent $4 for it. What? Yes, I can do it. Yes. All right, let's go. So it says, and the name of that man was Pentephres, priest of Heliopolis, and he had a daughter, a virgin of 18 years. She was very tall and handsome. Very tall. Circle very tall. Circle very, circle very tall. Circle that. Very tall. Very tall. Aha. Aha. Because Jacob, sons, from what we read in the 12 patriarchs, were able to pick up full-grown bears and toss them like a rock. Right? Right? Remember? This is Joseph. The brothers that saw, okay, remember? They could outrun a deer. They could pick up a lion and throw it like a rock. They can run on the side of a deer, pick it up, and rip it apart while running. So it makes sense that this Egyptian princess is very, very tall. Do they tell us she's a giant without telling us she's a giantess? Because who were the rulers and the high people of Egypt? The children of who? Yeah, you know that meant beautiful back in the day. It meant like gorgeous. They just used, you have a handsome daughter. It wasn't, it's handsome now for men, but back in the day. Okay. So if the fallen angels' children are the people that are ruling in Egypt, and Joseph is here in this time, and it says that Pentafre's daughter was very tall. Right. Could she have been the medium-sized priestess, right? The medium-sized priestess that we saw, because we see the big, big, big person, the medium-sized person, and then the smaller person, and then the humans. Right? Okay? So I just be wanting when y'all reading this stuff, pay attention to those little bitty words, those little bitty phrases that mean a whole lot if you know who lived there at that time. Okay? She's very tall. Well, we know the very tall people back then were giants and giantesses. Right? Giantesses, however you say that. Right? Okay, so here we go. Very tall and handsome and beautiful to look at beyond all the virgins on earth. And this girl had nothing similar to the virgins of the Egyptians, but she was in every respect similar to the daughters of the Hebrews. And she was as tall as Sarah. Sarah was married to who? And Abraham fought against who? And overtook him. Og. So Sarah was tall, and her husband used to fight giants. And I keep saying she's tall like Sarah and tall like Rachel. This is why they don't list the lineage of the women and the giant women from the Amazon and California. Where y'all think they came from? The women in Sudan who are over 6 feet. Who do they use as runway models? The people they're going to put on display, they're super, super lanky. Tall. And they say the tall women are the most beautiful in the world. Nothing against the models, the runway models, but have y'all noticed the body shape that they say is the most beautiful body shape actually resembles the gray people? And they're the people that run the fashion industry. Most times they want the sunk in eyes, very, very frail, not much skin really covering the body. You can almost see their bones. When they depict how the gray people look, isn't that how they look? And I'm not saying that runway models look this way. I'm just saying kind of look at who runs the industry. And they always want them with these abnormally large eyes, and all these different things. Their facial structure is kind of like the alien shaped facial structure. Even how they have them walk, whenever you see the aliens, their shoulders are kind of sunk in and their head is out a little bit. No, I'm not laughing. I'm showing y'all something. Because who runs our fashion industry? Lucifer and the fallen. Ain't that crazy? They're still the gods of this world, and they create the beauty standard. Still. Pay attention to the talls. She's very tall, like Sarah. Sarah's husband was a giant. Jacob was a giant, and so were his children. It tells you that the Jews or the Israelites came out of what was it? Can't think of the two parents, but y'all know we didn't say it 1,000 times. But they were actually two races of giants. He's got them the 12 clans. You're the smallest out of the 12 clans, or the clans, and I raised you up. And I clans of what? The clans of giants. Your mom was an Amorite, and your daddy was a whatever, something else. You're from Mexico and you have Amazons. Amazonia, a Hittite. Thank you. Your mama, daddy was a Hittite. Mama was a whatever. All of that. Those were races of giants. Yeah, there's 12 tribes of Israel. If you got the gold mythology book or the black mythology book, real quick. See? The 12 Olympians make up the divine family. Why would they be divine? Because their dads were from heaven. The 12 Olympians make up a divine family. How many brothers is it of Joseph? 12? Mm. Mm. And we know that Joseph and his family lived in ancient Mesopotamia. And they had supernatural abilities. And Joseph married into the. He married a girl we about to read about. And she was an Egyptian princess. Right? Right? Right. So then when people say the gospel of the Egyptians, we shouldn't read it. Why? When Joseph and so many others were in Egypt, the scripture was still being written. Just because they was in Egypt, the scripture didn't stop being written. When they was taken captive by the Japanese or whoever else came and invaded, the story didn't stop. It was being written. All right, let's go. I'm just saying, I hope you're paying attention. All right. So, and this girl had nothing similar to the virgins of the Egyptians, but she was in every respect similar to the daughters of the Hebrews. She was tall as Sarah, and handsome as Rebecca, and beautiful as Rachel. And the name of that virgin was Asenath. And the fame of her beauty spread all over the land and to the ends of the inhabited world. And all the sons of the noblemen, and the sons of the satraps, and the sons of all the kings, all of them young and powerful, asked for her hand in marriage. And there was much wrangling among them over Asenath, and they made attempts to fight against each other because of her. And Pharaoh's firstborn son heard about her and kept entreating his father to give her to him for his wife. And his firstborn son said to Pharaoh, Father, give me Asenath, the daughter of Pentephres, the priest of Heliopolis, for my wife. And Pharaoh, his father, said to him, Why do you seek a wife that is beneath you? And you are a king of the whole land of Egypt. Behold, is not the daughter of the king of Moab, Joachim, betrothed to you? Moab is the grandson of Lot, right? By his daughter, son and grandson, right? And we read, remember when we did the research, Moab was what, right? We know they were giants. The Moabites were giants, remember? Aren't they the lineage of Lot and his daughter? Okay. Okay. All right. And she is a queen and exceedingly beautiful. This one take you for your wife. This one take for your wife. Y'all starting to see the giant families come together a little bit? While they was marrying only titans, giants marrying giants, so that they could keep this bloodline, this giant bloodline, this Nephilim bloodline, this divine bloodline. Y'all starting to see it come together now. Okay, because we know all of these people they naming were races of giants. Okay. So it says, and Asenath was despising and scorning every man. She was boastful and arrogant with everyone. And no man had ever seen her because Pentephres had a tower adjoining. This is where y'all get y'all Rapunzel. To his house, very big and high. And on the top of the tower was an upper floor, including 10 chambers. Sounding Rapunzel to you? Hmm? Okay. And the first chamber, on top of this tower was an upper floor, including 10 chambers. And the first chamber was big and splendid, paved with purple stones, and its which were amethyst. And its walls were faced with colored and precious stones, and the ceiling of that chamber was of gold. And within that chamber, gods of the Egyptians, who were without number, were fixed to the walls, even gods of gold and silver. Fallen angels taught the men how to extract precious metals and gold and precious stones out of the rock. They made their children the gods to men. And now all of their children's faces are plastered in between the rare jewels and the golds in this Egyptian princess's hall she has. You mean like her great grandparents? Like how we have our family members posted up and show our family trees, you mean? What if what they have told us is them worshiping gods is actually their family tree pictures on these walls? Because they know their line that they come from. Don't we put our family tree up on our walls? That's my great grandma, and then that's my. Now, do we know that these people were worshipped as gods? Yes, that's why God was mad, because they were human and angelic beings, but humans worship them as gods. But in our reality, it was their family members, because we even know that they were kindred evil spirits because their mothers were human. And after a while, the fathers were human because the giantesses had abilities. They would sleep with a man and get impregnated by a human man, and now it's another hybrid. So, isn't this interesting? Because these people exist, and we know, because now they are our disembodied spirits that fight against humankind. They're kindred, because they mamas was human and their daddy, some of them was human, but their fathers and mothers were not. And we see all the time the dog head man holding a human woman's hand, and so we know that they was mating with each other. They was mating with each other and marrying into these bloodlines. We know this. They were shapeshifters, though. So what they told us is these elaborate masks was really their damn face. The dog face, the snake face, the cheetah face, the puma face, the elephant face, the lion head, the lioness, and all of that. We know this to be true because the animals was mad because they got cursed because of the spirits, and the spirits was mad. Everybody's mad because of Adam, and so then they just got together and was like, we're gonna move over to humans. We're gonna make our own race of animal and spirit and do our thing. So Grimm, exactly. Now it make you want to go watch Grimm, don't it? You like, so this is a double schwacker. So that's what they look like, huh? That's what they do. It's a shrinking rubber. Like all the names be like German something. You gotta go look in the. You see, he had to hide the thing with the slobber lockers in there. Like, the special knife. Grandma opened up the thing. He got the little things in there that's gonna get him the herbs and stuff. That's gonna turn them back to human. He can see the rodents and the. Yeah. Cause that's how the names be sounding. It's the Wolfenschmacker. Like what? I gotta rewind it. It's a wolf looking being. Why you just didn't say of the canine family? Why it gotta be a rocker or whatever it is? Like, I love it though. That's a good show. Make you think about the police, the government, the crimes that get covered up, and the murders and all of this host, the unalivings and the animal attacks in the woods. Now y'all like, oh my God. You hear me? Who went back and watched Grandma? Who went back and is watching it now? Did y'all go find it? Because it's a really good show to make you think about what. Because now you're going to look back at these hieroglyphs in the Hindu culture, in the Asian culture, and see, wait a minute. They saying these people exist now up in Seattle, and they said they existed back then. You watching it right now, Dave? You just finished? Yes, Mom? Yes. You watched it twice. Made you had to go back and look at it. It's like, oh, because think about it. If they saying now up in Seattle, it's dog-like people and animal people that live there. And they said back in their day, it was animal people that lived too. They was walking around, they was married, they had families. So Grim, two M's in it, Grimm. Is it two M's or one? Yes, two M's. Okay, thank you, Pumpkin. Good show. So then now when you go back and look at all your books, you're gonna be like, because they're shapeshifters, remember? They're shapeshifters. Angels are shapeshifters. Their bloodlines will be able to shapeshift. Nereus, Job's brother, his nieces, the Nereids, shapeshifters. They can be on water and on sea, just like they showed us in Little Mermaid. Okay? Everybody like, let me go find Grimm. Is that what we doing today? We watching Grimm? Is this what we about to do? We about to watch Grimm today? I think you can still watch it on like Amazon Prime. The Afterlife. I don't know. What about the Afterlife? Best Body Butter. Is it still on Prime? Just was on Google. I already know. That's where you watching it. Is it on Prime Day? Okay, it's on Prime, y'all. And it's on CBS, isn't it? No, I mean Peacock. If you got the Peacock app, which is NBC, I think it's on there too. It's on Freebie too, and Hulu. Okay, so Hulu, Freebie, Amazon Prime, and I think it's on Peacock too. My daughter watched Whatever Happened to Monday about the 7 sisters, and she got out. She told me about it around 2020. How does the media know how to incorporate all of these characters? Because they read the same books I do. None of it is original. They just go get all of these books because most of your movie producers and stuff went to Harvard and stuff like that, or they grew up in those. And these are the books that be in their libraries, and Cornell and all of that. Yeah, my daughter told me about it. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this done. So I want to get to. Do y'all want to just go? We could just go watch it and come back and maybe do a what's the name about it? Y'all want to do a Zoom this like later on? It's only 12, so like 5 or 6 we could do a Zoom. Everybody want to go watch it if you can, and then we'll come back and so you can watch whatever episodes you want and we'll talk about it. Okay, let's do it. Get your popcorn or whatever y'all gonna do. Write down some names of what you see, symbols. Go look them up. You can look them up while you watching and still do your homework. Okay. Yes, I should be your homework by there. Okay, Day. All right. No, not a movie. We're going to watch Grimm. Grimm. It's on Amazon. It's on Freebie, Peacock, and somewhere else somebody said. And I can focus my kids' sleep. I know that's right. Oh, well, thank you. She loves it. Definitely loves it. I love my little baby. She been writing in her book. She probably didn't wrote all. I might have to send her some more books. And Hulu. Okay. So we gonna go do it. We about to go do it. So you can watch whatever episodes you want. If you don't want to start at the beginning, you don't have to. Watch whatever episodes you want of Grimm, and we're gonna talk about it in a Zoom this evening. Okay. I seen that. I saw somebody was saying, well, we could all watch it together, but I'll be willing to watch it because I might get a call, folks, and whatever. We might do one of those where we do that. But right now, I'll just be wanting, because see, I be wanting people to watch different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And come in and talk about what they want to talk about. So you starting at episode 1, season 1. Okay, we'll get it up. Wherever you gonna be at, just watch your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever part of Grimm. If you already watching it, you can talk about that. But 5:36, well, that's Central Time. Central Time. Um, you don't like watching scary stuff? It's not scary. That's scary to you, lady artist. Grimm? It's a TV show that they played at 7 o'clock on the regular NBC. Oh, oh, okay. She took it to Vacation Bible School. I love her. She's gonna be a great teacher. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, we about to go watch it then. So Grimm is coming until later. You got TV time. That's 10 or 11 your time. Cindy, where you at? You must be in the islands. No, I haven't watched Nefarious yet. Somebody told me to watch it. I got a lot of people telling me to. Oh, you in the UK? Okay, I'm sorry, Pumpkin. Well, you might have to catch it a little bit later. I'm sorry. Sorry, Miss Dickerson. I'm sorry. Dang, I just heard Mr. Brown. I'm sorry. That's how you got to say it, Cora. You got to say, I'm sorry. Or whatever he said. Oh, okay, okay. Yes, it's 10:41 a.m. I promise that's what I heard. Like, listen, in my mind, y'all. Cora, you got to say it. You didn't say it right, Cora. Now, Cora. I love the Mans. I promise I do. They are a funny family. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because Mr. Brown reminds me of my uncles. I have several uncles that look like Mr. Brown. Several. They're all brothers. And they all be having ashy knees too. And they black just like that bald head. And they act just like Mr. Brown. I'm telling you, several of them, they be sitting there rocking, and they all got them white church boots too. But they used to have them old suits, they little leisure suits and stuff. Ooh, Jesus, listen here. With them stomachs, boy, they be, yeah. Couple uncles. Man, that's funny. When he became a character, like all of me and my cousins fell out because we like, oh hell, well we been living with Mr. Brown our whole life, several of them. What you did say, and they all preachers, all of them preachers. Mm-hmm. They all preachers. What they got for real? They all preachers. Promise that. And all of that, I promise. That's why I be like, wow. Just a real person right here. He real, yes. I'm telling y'all, it's no joke. Just country. One of my uncles, like, we all mimic him when he says shoot. He says, shoot, Jack. Like, and the way he say it, if you don't know, you ought to think he cussed, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So everything is shoot, Jack, but the way he say it, like, hilarious. And so that's the thing. Yeah, but if you didn't know, if you listen, you would think he cussing. But he don't be.